Imagine a building so grand, so impossibly advanced, that it seems to defy the very laws of its own time. Well, that's what we're talking about today. The Brihadeswara Temple in Tanjavur, India. It was built over 1,000 years ago, and it's this colossal stone structure that still has engineers kind of scratching their heads. So let's dive into this incredible marvel of ancient engineering.
And that's really the big question, isn't it? How do you build a skyscraper 1,000 years ago? Because we're not just looking at a place of worship here, we are looking at an ancient skyscraper. It's a testament to a vision and a level of planning that is just staggering. So how on earth did they pull it off?
Okay, so first, you have to get your head around the sheer challenge they were facing. The builders had none of the materials we think are essential today. No cement, no wood, not even fired bricks. The entire thing, from the foundation all the way to the towering peak, is made of interlocking stone. It's like a perfectly engineered puzzle, just on a monumental scale.
And the scale, I mean, it's almost impossible to comprehend. We're talking about 130,000 tons of granite. To put that in perspective, that is more than double the weight of the Titanic. And all of it had to be quarried, moved, carved, and lifted with absolutely no modern machinery.
So, this brings us to the first major puzzle, the stone itself. See, granite is one of the hardest rocks on Earth. Now, that's great for making the temple incredibly durable, but it also makes it unbelievably difficult to work with.
And here's where it gets even trickier. This presented a huge geographical problem. The Thanjavur region is a fertile delta, rich with soil, but completely empty of granite. So that means all 130,000 tons of that stone had to be transported from quarries many, many miles away.
This is the next layer of the mystery. Forget about diamond-tipped saws or laser cutters. They had to shape this incredibly unforgiving stone with just hand tools. So how do you make a tool that's strong enough to carve granite? Well, the answer lies in a surprisingly advanced piece of metallurgy.
The solution was a technique we now call oil quenching. Turns out if you plunge red-hot iron into oil instead of water, you create this form of super-hardened steel. This 1,000-year-old technology gave them the chisels they needed to sculpt granite with just breathtaking precision.
But a project of this size required more than just materials and cool technology. It required a vast, highly organized workforce. This wasn't just a construction site. For years, it was a thriving, self-sustaining city.
And the workforce itself was this whole complex society. It wasn't just thousands of stonecutters and laborers. You also had cooks, doctors, animal handlers, guards, administrators, an entire ecosystem designed to support one single goal.
I mean, just think about the sheer logistics of it. This wasn't just about moving stone. It was about inventing a system of urban planning from scratch. They had to manage supply chains for food and water, set up housing and sanitation, establish medical care for the inevitable injuries, and even implement a microeconomy with its own currency. This was a masterclass in project management 1,000 years ahead of its time.
You can see this microscopic level of planning just by tracing the journey of a single block of granite. A road network had to be built. Elephants and carts had to be managed. Rest stops with food and water had to be set up along the entire route. All of that for just one piece of the puzzle.
Now we get to what might be the most incredible feat of all, the artistic unity. I mean, with so many different artisans working on thousands of individual sculptures, how do you make sure the final product looks coherent, like it was all done by one person?
And this observation really gets to the heart of what they achieved. Despite being the work of countless hands, the temple's art speaks with one voice. The consistency in the style, the quality, the execution, it's just mind-blowing. It tells you a powerful, unifying system had to be in place.
So how'd they do it? Well, it likely came down to a combination of these things. A powerful singular vision from the top, probably detailed models that served as blueprints, standardized training to make sure every sculptor was on the same page, and of course those uniformly made oil quench tools for consistent results.
And the artistry wasn't just in the stone. Inside, vast murals were painted. What's absolutely astonishing is that the colors, which they created from natural pigments and dyes, are still vibrant today. Modern paints can fade in just a few years, but these have lasted for a millennium. That shows a really advanced knowledge of chemistry.
Behind every great project, there's a great leader. And the mastermind of this entire endeavor was the Chola king, Raja Chola. But it was his unique style of leadership that really ensured its success and cemented its legacy.
Now this is fascinating.
In the temple's main inscription, where it details all the donations made to sustain it, the king doesn't start by listing his own royal contributions. The very first lines list the personal donations from himself, his sister, and his wives. He's not leading by command, he's leading by example.
But his most remarkable act was this. He used the eternal stone walls of the temple to immortalize everyone who contributed. The names of the architects, the sculptors, the accountants, the temple dancers, every single person is carved into the walls. He didn't just build a monument to his god or to himself, he built a monument to his community.
So in the end, the Thanjavur Temple isn't just a marvel of engineering. It's a testament to human collaboration. It shows what's possible when you bring together advanced technology, meticulous planning, and a visionary leader who can unite thousands of people in a single shared purpose. And it kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What monuments are we building together today?